Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. This week, this particular hand puppet is coming to you from an entirely different angle. Yes, I've decided this week to drop the constant whine of my commentary on all that ails our nation to offer something hopefully of a little value, that being my experience, advice, and tips accrued during a lifetime of both blessings and trials. My real aim in this episode is to hopefully save at least one watching some serious pain and heartache. I hope only you do not find this boring beyond belief, friends and colleagues. Where to begin? Do not ever, ever, ever finance your car, van, or truck at the same bank that you also hold your checking and or savings accounts. A puppet, it is so convenient. My bank can easily transfer my money monthly from my account over to my loan payment. Exactly. Hear me out. And hear me out clearly, viewers. This could potentially save you thousands of dollars and a whole lot of pain and anguish. Ever consider what happens when a tragic auto collision occurs and the insurance company sends out its damage assessment team? Well, loyal viewers, it often does not end well. You see, all an assessor needs to do is come within 80% of the total Blue Book value of your particular motor vehicle with their total damage billing statement, and they then total your vehicle. And when vehicles are totaled, insurers only pay the 80% valuation of said car, truck, or van, not the 100% you were desperately hoping for. This, kids and cousins, is where you truly find out that banks are not your friends, no matter how cushy their marketing brochures make things seem. Nope. In fact, at this juncture, you often find that you are now stuck with an overage between what the insurer will pay out on your vehicle and the outstanding balance owed on your loan, and often that difference will be in the thousands of dollars. Now, back to my advice of never financing your auto loan at the same bank where you have your checking and savings accounts. You know what can happen next in this sequence of events? You probably already guessed. All assets in those accounts can legally be seized to pay off the remainder of the loan balance. That could leave you in a serious bind, unable to pay your monthly rent, electric bill, and so on. Better to avoid that if all possible, kids. Just putting that out there. Yep. Truth is truth, and better to realize these things now rather than later, folks. Okay, enough of that. You know what is next on my list of life tips that will pay large dividends? Do not ever consider human resources to be your friend, ever. And I need to restate, never. You see, friends and neighbors, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, that may have been true, but has not been the case in many decades now. Let me fill you in. Companies and corporations these days are only deathly afraid of one thing: losing money. Money is their god. As such, the thing they have to prevent at any cost necessary is the dreaded lawsuit. As such, there can never be any messy wrongful termination or harassment EEOC cases brought to court. So what do? Well, virtually all of them hire human resources hound dogs, and that is truly what they are, to make sure that no ugly litigation ever raises its horrific head. That, my viewers, is the sole purpose of the modern human resources department in the 21st century, and please never fool yourself into believing otherwise. I know. The same human resources elicits visions of care, honesty, and common decency toward other human beings. In truth, it has come to mean Department of Humans as a resource, not unlike Purchasing Department or Department of Sanitation, for all intents and purposes. In fact, what many human resources coordinators do these days is make sure that all legal documentation on each and every employee's records has been completed, signed, and dated. Do not ask them to be caring when it comes to health insurance, vacation, or any other issue. No, they are merely a safety net to prevent the employer from ever being sued in a court of law, plain and simple. One thing of particular note on this matter to consider: all employers have to carry heavy liability insurance. Their underwriters virtually require a human resources Nazi in order to prevent any, quote, messy incidents. If the company opts for no human resources department, and there are some who do, you can be assured their liability insurance premiums are going to be higher. Onward we go. Ever heard a knock on your door, went and peeked out the blinds, and lo and behold, there was a police officer on your front porch? Do not, my friends, ever, I repeat, do not ever answer that door. It is far too often a situation that does not end well, even if you are the most honest, upstanding citizen on this planet. You see, police, whether they have a search warrant or not, are schooled in the fine art of deception. Hear me out on this, compadres. What seems like an innocent question and answer session with an officer of the law at your front door can, and far too often will, lead to your life becoming substantially worse and in a hurry. Police officers often use the wedged foot in the door tactic, completely illegal, but that never stopped them, to keep you longer than you ever wanted to. And that, friends and colleagues, often leads to a person like yourself saying something that the miscreant with his or her foot wedged in your door can use to incriminate you or a loved one. Next thing you know, you and or various loved ones are in handcuffs, trapped in the back seat of a police cruiser, and your life just got 1000% worse. Better to avoid the entire situation completely, viewers. Just do not answer the door in the first place. There is no law in the books requiring you to answer your front door for anyone, police included. You will thank me later on this one. What else? Never give your personal information, especially your social security number, where it is not absolutely required. Case in point, doctors' offices, hospitals, and medical clinics. Yep, the medical mafia. Nearly all of them ask for this information now, and unnecessarily so. There is zero reason, viewers, why a medical doctor or clinic needs your social security number, and many nefarious reasons as to why they are in fact asking for it. Do yourself and your family a huge favor and leave that field blank on their lengthy processing forms that they make you complete. Following on that lead, if a medical clinic or hospital ever turn you over to the dreaded collection agency hound dogs, just consider making payments as you can afford them in amounts you can afford to the original clinic or organization to which the debt is actually owed. Completely ignore the collection agencies. Do not call them. Do not mail or email them any correspondence whatsoever. They are a legal non-entity and hold zilch authority over you or your finances. Treat them as such. Do not give respect to leeches who do not deserve it. You will thank me many times over on this one, folks. What else would a random puppet advise you on this day, folks? Social Security is neither social, nor does it offer much security. Far too many reach their older years and find out the hard way. Do yourself a huge favor and begin investing in wise and prudent things at an early age, and continue the process through your retirement years, if at all possible. For many, simply keeping the electricity turned on month to month is a struggle. I understand that. For those who are somewhat better off, please put money into an IRA account, 401k account. Silver, gold, platinum, real estate, or whatever offers fairly safe returns with minimal risks. Yes, folks, your government is not your friend here. They can and will minimize your Social Security monthly stipend at any and every opportunity they can. Keep that in mind, friends and colleagues, and prepare for your financial future if at all possible. It is a day that is coming, believe it or not. Good night, my loyal viewers, and sleep well.